Hi, Stephanie. It's good to talk to you again. You asked to see what comes up around work. So that is going to tie into how you are managing your energy about what comes up around work. We don't have to have issues necessarily regarding reading our energy. I ask that you do watch the general video that I posted. That's going to explain this type of reading, and it goes into a little bit of what the book is about. So I forgot to put this in the general video, so I'm having to say it on every one. But I'm proud to say it because I love this. It's called Mirror Truth. It's by Sylvia Nitzner, and it's a Lenormand deck that I actually love. She even said, when you look in the mirror in the morning, you see your outer appearance. Now you can see your inner mirror to recognize invisible and hidden truths to bring them to light, which is perfect for what we're doing here, because we are looking at how you, around the issue of, you said, what comes up around work, your calling of work, what comes up around absorbing energy, what comes up around deflecting and protecting at level 2, and what comes up around your ability, or are you, not necessarily ability, transmuting any energy around that you need to transmute. And remember, as I say in that introductory video, that can change at any time and from moment to moment, and not one, level 1, 2, or 3 is better than the other. It's cyclical. We can all be at any level at any given time. Actually, from moment to moment, we can change, okay? And there are some people that may choose to absorb energy so they can transmute it. There was one day when Roger was saging in the back, and I said, stop saging. I want to go sip some of that energy in because I'm going to see if I can transmute it. I call that a transmutation vampire. I just wanted to see, because everything is energy. There's a limited amount of it. As I said in the introductory video, it never goes away. All it does is change forms. That's physics. And so we can learn to transmute energy. So let's see where you're at regarding your job at this moment in time, okay? Regarding absorbing, card 1, level 2, the tools you're using for protection regarding that situation, and how are you transmuting energy if you need to be regarding that. Absorbing. Well, the key is here, and the key is probably one of the best cards in Lenormand, because it says you have the key. You have the, you know what the key is, but in Lenormand, it's really, you've got the key, you've got the answers, you've got what you need, you've got, one of the things about it though is you got to use it. So how does that absorb? Where does that fit? Because it is a transmutation card. Where does that fit in absorbing? I would say you do when you want. So what I was saying earlier, kind of like, if I feel like absorbing energy and getting involved in this right now, I do. And if I don't, I don't. And so you're pretty good at managing your energy right now. And you choose when to do that and when not to, okay? So you're not just taking on everything and everybody like a sponge right now. You're not doing that. I find a lot of people will, and other books call them immature empaths, and I don't like that word, so I used, unequipped empaths. What I mean by that is we just don't have the training yet to understand what to do with it. You do, you do, and have some of it, but none of the books have told us how to get into transmutation like we need to get into full power. I'm going to be curious to see where you are at step 3. Do you use protection tools? Are you using them regarding work? Well, it's the mice card, and people have different views of that card. That tends to be a little bit, well, most of the time, that's a little bit of worry. Okay, so I'd say you are letting a little worry get to you in some areas. So I would say put a little more protection up around that. But maybe some of that you need to know. So that's why you have the key in absorbing, because you kind of know when you need to protect and when you don't, because you have wisdom around that. Okay. If the question is, how's the job going? Same thing. There's a little bit of stress with everybody right now. Use the key. To me, key's discernment too. Okay. All right. Are you transmuting? You got the ship. The ship is one of the transmutation cards in Lenormand. Ship is travel. The ship is going through things. The ship represents travel, journeys, and I believe it's one of the transmutation cards. So you are one of the few people that actually can do what I said. So you could say, I may decide at the absorbing stage to take a little bit of this stuff in that maybe doesn't feel so good. Even some of that stress, that little, mice stuff, somebody said, are you the mice or are you the cheese? You might even put something out to say, I'm going to see what I learn from this, because you're going to transmute it into what you can use. That does not make you a bad person. This is where people don't understand. This is not the same as being a psychic vampire where you're draining other people's energy. When people are throwing out energy at us in a work situation or in a friendship or in a relationship or anything, instead of us saging and protecting and putting up walls all the time, we need to learn to transmute the energy, because we're all one and the energy's not going to go away. It's a limited amount and we've got to do something with it. You are very gifted in this area. The maturity that you have doesn't surprise me in this. So yeah, you got 2 transmutation cards plus a little card of stress, but that card of stress is showing me that it's there to give you opportunities to learn to transmute energy more. So within that job, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? You got this. All right. Thanks.